Monster PC build!
So here we are with the parts that I just unboxed, and so this is everything that this is like 95% of everything that I need to put this machine together. There might be a few odds and ends that I still need to go out and collect. So again, going over what we got here, we got the CPU. Here's the CPU cooler, the graphics card, and then we got the memory, Trident Z. We got our 650 power supply, and again here, this is a 1 terabyte SSD. And then, of course, the motherboard. This is like the whole, this is everything that everything connects into. And the box, the case. We're gonna get started on this build. Yeah, let's do this. Shit, did this come with a manual? Fuck. That's gonna be interesting. Trying to figure out how all this stuff goes together without a manual. Hard drives in here, PSU in here. All the main motherboard components in here. So PSU's down here, which is nice. It's out of the way from everything else. So it's more easy to cable manage with the PSU being down here. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring out the old case. This case is built entirely of aluminum. It's a full aluminum case. This is a Lian Li case. The first machine that I built in this case was probably about 12 to 13 years ago. And I have been reusing this case ever since then because this is such an awesome case, so good. As long as PC components still fit inside this case, I will continue to keep using it. This, I modded. I cut this hole out and I put this fan right here. This is a CPU fan. It keeps the CPU cool. This is the CPU. CPU sticks out right here. This is an ATX board, by the way. This is a video card right here. See, it's horizontally mounted. You cannot vertically mount a video card in this box without heavily modding the box. So that's why I like the new box. This new box is great because it's got a lot of new features in it that this old box doesn't have. But what this new box is not, is it's not an aluminum case. It's got an aluminum front panel, which looks beautiful. It's gorgeous, and it's going to look even better once I get it all lit up with that RGB stuff. But it is not made of aluminum like this box is. This box is awesome. So anyways, I just wanted to show this box off a little bit because this box is freaking cool, man. So there's a lot of shit in here that I need to figure out. How does it work? How do these things fit together? I'm just going to let the camera run. And I'm going to start working on it. Oh, it's built by Foxconn. Wow. Interestingly, Foxconn wants to come to the United States and set up a big manufacturing plant in Wisconsin. That was in the news recently. Foxconn is a large corporation of electronic parts manufacturing. It's I believe it's a Taiwanese company, but currently they're operating in mainland China, and they have a big factory near Shenzhen where my wife lives. There's a little triangle on the side of the chip that corresponds with the triangle that's on the side of the socket right there. So when you're installing your CPU, as one does, you have to make sure you install it the right way. And in this case, here we go. Let's try to show this so that it goes in correctly. So there's a little notch right there. You gotta make sure that you get into the little notch. Little notch there. Little notch there. Make sure it's well seated. Okay. So bring this down like so. Bring this in. Down here like this. There you go. look at that. Oh, so gorgeous. Ah, it's so beautiful. Look at that shit. Here, let's get a close-up of that on the camera. Look at that. Come on. There it is. Yeah, let's just do that. That is gorgeous. It looks like it comes with its own thermal paste. So that is pretty sexy. And this right here, this part of the unit here is RGB. That part is RGB right there. The Corsair emblem on front. Radiators generally damage very, very easy. They're very delicate, so be careful with those. All right. Wow, it's just like a car radiator. Basically, look at your fan. Your fan has like a little arrow in it for the flow direction. It tells you which direction the fan turns, and it tells you what direction the air flows. So this fan, the blade turns that way, and the air flows that way. Okay, so I did a little bit of research and I found the best configuration for setting up the airflow that goes through this this machine. Okay, so the best way to set this up, set it up just like a car. Okay, so we have our radiator, put it at the front of the box, behind the front panel. We're gonna mount the radiator on the front panel like this. Airflow is gonna come through the front of the case and bring cool, fresh air from outside into the case. Granted, it's going through the radiator, it's going to heat up the air as it comes into the case. So we're going to have warm air inside the case, but that's okay. Why? Because we're going to exhaust all of that warm air out the top and through the back. The heat from the video card is going to blow into the case panel here, and then it's going to get sucked up and ejected out. So that's the best way to set it up. So that's what I'm going to do. Make sure the I/O panel fits in there perfectly. It looks like the I/O panel's sitting in there really well. And so we'll take the first screw, magnetic. Okay, number one, first screw, fitting good. Second screw. There. I'm going to do a little bit of reconfiguring on this thing here. I decided I want to what do I want to do? Do I want to mount fans first and then I think I want to mount fans first and then radiator? Let's try that just because, you know, let's try that. Let's mount fans first and then radiators behind it. So. With the front panel like that, we got air going, being sucked in through the front. All this air being sucked in, going through the radiator and cooling all of that shit down, picking up all the heat coming off of every other component in here, and then pushing it up the top, and then one more fan back here, pushing it out the back. And then of course, we have the, this baby right here. I don't know if you can see that on camera. But that is the PSU, the power unit, power supply unit. That's got its own fan in it, inside. Ooh, look at that. Those are pretty. They have RGB LED. So let's figure out how these mount. And these are really quiet. Wow, that's nice and pretty. That's a pretty fan, man. And they're variable between 5 and 1500 RPMs. It's really hard to see it, but the indicators are right in there. It's going to be sitting in the case like that, and the air will come up the top. That's exactly what we need.
Thanks for watching! Be sure to watch part 2 of these videos.
Thanks for watching.